to make it convenient and work quickly, do you have a copy machine? We load the document into our sheet feeder on our copy machine in our office and run the entire board book through. So we do have one paper copy of a board book. And in fact, when we went through our my first audit with the State Board of Accounts, they were very clear to me that we needed to have one version of a board book in paper format in our central office. So we run the entire board book through. Sometimes our board books can get rather large, 100 pages or plus. Our budget book this summer was over 400 pages. But that's partly because we put in like a digest of public school finance, but we were able to put more information in by doing it electronically than we could by paper. But you have to be aware of that as you start loading pages into your copy machine. And again, the thing that makes it convenient is those files come onto our email or desktop, so we're not swapping a bunch of drives out. And then now, even though our board members access their board books via the board portal, our secretary in the central office, she does put the files on a flash drive for each meeting. Just say, for instance, if something went wrong. If our internet access went down before a board meeting, we don't want to be sitting there without any backup plan for our board members. So we can give them a flash drive before a meeting. So that's something that you need to think about before you would go into that process. Anytime you change what you've done in the past, it can involve some pain and growing pains. There is I would say a moderate learning curve with Adobe Acrobat Pro that we use. And again, you may find some other software product does the job for you, but we love Acrobat Pro. For the price, it does what we like. When we did our budget book this summer, the file size on that document was getting very large. I think maybe some of the board members of you may have had a little difficulty downloading that file. So you have to be aware of that. It's not perfect. So whenever you're dealing with something across internet access, file size becomes an issue. One thing that we will do in the future when we do our budget book for our board, we'll do the budget forms separately than our support data. That will help, so we'll break it up. But we kind of like having everything together in one document, but file size can be an issue. Also, you have to be prepared to support. Don't be afraid to ask your tech people to come to the first few meetings before you do the switch. We did, I know Dr. Wood asked me to come up with a process. We gave the board members a paper copy of their first board book, but we also had it electronically. And that way we felt like we eased into the change, and it worked very well.